Nine Inch Nails has the #1 song in America this week, and most people don't even realize it, especially those that heard it on country radio. If your reaction was, wait, what? Let me tell you, so was mine. I'll explain what's going on next on Track by Track. Hey everybody, my name's Kyle, and this is Track by Track, music reviews, news, and commentary. Thanks for tuning in today, and if this is your first time here, please take a second to click subscribe so that you won't miss future reviews and more. Today I wanted to just jump on the channel with a few quick thoughts about an interesting bit of music news that caught my attention this week. Now, as you probably know, I've been a big Nine Inch Nails fan since the very first album back in 1989. And even though the band has a pretty massive fan base, they've never had a chart-topping hit song. Until now. See, the Billboard-topping surprise superstar of the moment is a young rapper named Lil Nas X, and it turns out his viral hit song Old Town Road is built primarily around a sample from an obscure Nine Inch Nails track. And since that Lil Nas X hit shares a writing and producing credit with Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, the masterminds behind one of my favorite bands have essentially just earned their first #1 song. Alright, so here's the deal. Back in 2008, Nine Inch Nails released an instrumental double album called Ghosts. That album contained 36 basically untitled instrumental tracks, which were published under the free-to-use Creative Commons license, along with an invitation to fans to make their own videos or short films using the music. Now, at the time, it was a very curious move for the band, but looking back, you can see that it was a clear transitional step into the kind of film scoring work that would earn Reznor and Ross an Oscar for their music from The Social Network 2 years later. Fast forward to 2018, and an amateur teenage producer in the Netherlands by the name Young Keo ends up taking Nine Inch Nails' banjo-infused instrumental number 34 from Ghosts and remixing it with a trap beat. Aspiring rapper Lil Nas X then discovered that remix online and used it as the basis for his now massive hit song, Old Town Road. Now, it probably won't surprise you to hear that I don't follow hip-hop music very closely, so this is a song that didn't land on my radar until the Nine Inch Nails connection started getting some buzz. As I started to learn more about what was going on, I found a very fascinating situation. Now, if you've been following the chart news, you've probably seen some of the controversies surrounding this song. Due to its country music-infused instrumentation, the song originally charted on Billboard's country singles chart. Billboard ended up removing the song, though, because they said it wasn't actually a country song and didn't belong on that chart. Instead, it ended up becoming the #1 song on Billboard's Hot 100, which is pretty much as big as it gets. So naturally, with the Nine Inch Nails connection, I had to check out the song, and it's fine. Not exactly my thing, but it's inoffensive enough. But what really strikes me about this situation is how technology and social media have transformed the music industry and the way that we consume music so drastically that a song like Old Town Road can end up earning a chart-topping position. I've been thinking about this for a while now, that the Billboard charts had become utterly outdated in the age of streaming. Singles charts are especially meaningless when Spotify and Apple Music listeners can listen to any single song from an album on demand. When I hear that acts like Ariana Grande have broken the chart records of the Beatles for having the most simultaneous entries in the top 20 at the same time, I have to roll my eyes. Streaming songs and buying singles on 45s is just not the same thing at all. Ariana Grande is a massive success, no doubt, but the way that Billboard is comparatively measuring that success is pretty broken. And now we have Old Town Road, a song that Montero Hill, aka Lil Nas X, openly admits was created and engineered to be a viral hit on social media. The song became the basis of a wildly popular meme on TikTok, an app that seemingly dethroned Snapchat and Instagram as the social platform of choice among teens. Now, to be fair, I don't fault the artist at all for taking that approach. He's gaming the system, and why not? But what's so impressive to me is how something never intended to be part of the mainstream musical landscape could transcend all media of the moment to become a pop culture flashpoint. If you're older, say Gen X like me, it kind of reminds me of Hamster Dance from the late 90s, quite possibly the original musical meme. Of course, Old Town Road is not Hamster Dance, but it is in very real ways the evolution of that same kind of phenomenon. And when I hear about it being debated for is it a country song or not, or all the buzz about it hitting #1 on the Billboard chart, I think that people are missing the point. There was a bidding war last month to land Lil Nas X to a major record label, but not because he wrote a great song. He owes as much credit, if not more, to Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, and Young Keo for that. The reason the majors came calling has much more to do with the way that Lil Nas X was able to so expertly weaponize and, most importantly, monetize a meme. That's where the real value is, not in writing great hooks or packing your songs with featured vocalists. After all, Old Town Road was a hit well before the Billy Ray Cyrus remix dropped only a couple of weeks ago. So for what it's worth, congratulations to Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross on their improbable feat of landing atop the Billboard chart. Ultimately, they pulled it off the only way they possibly could in today's musical landscape. And while I'd guess that Reznor certainly recognizes how broken the Billboard charts are and how little meaning this ranking actually has, I have to think he at least respects Lil Nas X for the relative genius of his manipulation of the new media. Reznor himself was a pioneer in that sort of thing, leveraging the power of the internet to promote and distribute his music well before the ubiquity of social media and smartphones. When 9 Inch Nails released Head Like a Hole in 1989, we'd hardly have believed that Trent Reznor would one day be an Oscar-winning film composer. So, as we watch the success of Lil Nas X's Old Town Road in 2019, just imagine where Montero Hill could be in 30 years. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this has been Track by Track. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Plus, check out some of these other videos below that I think you might also enjoy. And of course, be sure to subscribe, because true music fans always want new releases the day they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.